Hi everyone, this is Lori here with Lori Hooks. Welcome. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope this video comes out okay. It looks a little dark on screen. I don't know. I got a new phone a few weeks ago and I thought the last time I recorded it worked out fine because I know I've used it at least once for recording, but today it doesn't seem to want to adjust right, so I guess we'll see how this video comes out when it's done. But I've been fighting with it for 20 minutes. I'm not fighting anymore. I'm recording it the way that it is. So let's get started with what I've been working on this week. So I finished like 5 things. Now, 3 of them are real finished objects, and the other 5, 2 are also real finished objects, but kind of cheesy, and the other 3, I guess they're kind of sort of finished objects. But I'm calling them that today because that's what I feel like calling them. So let's get started with the real finished objects. So my daughter is leaving in a few days for the summer. She will be working at a summer camp for kids, and so she will spend the majority of her time outside. So I've been watching Passionate Kelsey, and she's been making these bucket hats, granny style bucket hats, and I thought they were really cute. I thought my daughter might like one. So sometimes she has trouble visualizing things to see whether or not she's going to like it. So I decided first, you know what, I'll just make her one and I'll see whether or not she likes it. So I dug out this Bernat Handicrafter cotton out of my stash, and this is in a white. And I also had this Loops and Threads classic cotton, which this seems to be what my Michaels at least is carrying instead of Bernat Handicrafter for like dishcloth type yarn. I don't know if all Michaels are like that, but mine has pretty much sold out of all the Handicrafter cotton, and this is what they have now. Which is pretty much interchangeable with the Handicrafter cotton. It's a little slightly bit different. But anyway, so let's see the hat that I made. So here's the hat that I made with this. I used a YouTube tutorial, which is the one that Passionate Kelsey has suggested. It is called Quick and Easy, sorry, looking at my tablet, Quick and Easy Granny Stitch Bucket Hat Tutorial by Knotting Hook Crochet. And in the video that Passionate Kelsey did, she talked about how she does her color changes and how she did her increases, because she did one less, well, she sort of did one less increase, which I followed her method because I didn't think that I wanted the bottom too floppy. So the recommended crochet hook was a 5mm, and I did start out with a 5mm, but I thought that it was too small. So I ended up frogging it back. I had like 9 rows in, and I ended up frogging it back and going up to a 6, and it turned out too large. So I will put it on for you guys. So here it is, and as I said, it's a bit too large. My daughter's head is smaller than mine, so it's even bigger for her, but it's a cute hat. And she says she likes it, so all good. So this is the first one that I made. So then she said, okay, well, Mom, I think you have some purple in your stash. How about a purple and white one? So then I made this one. And I did go down to the 5mm hook in this one, followed the same increases. Yeah, so I'm going to link in the description box Knotting Hook Crochet's video, as well as Passionate Kelsey's video where she talks about the increases, just in case you guys are interested. But that's the method that I use for these two. And the purple in this one is, so I used the same white, and the purple in this one is this Bernat Handicrafter in bright purple. Again, this one was out of my stash. So in the process of making these 2 hats, my daughter and I start scrolling around on the internet looking at different hats and stuff like this, and one of the weeks at her camp is like they have a theme for every week, and one of the themes is Super Mario Brothers. So she saw the mushroom hat and thought that that was kind of fitting, and that it would kind of be like Toad, although Toad's colors are reversed and he has big dots, not small dots. But she decided she'd like a mushroom hat. So then I made this one. So the tutorial that I used for this one was called Quick and Easy Crochet Bucket Hat Tutorial by Viv Crochets, and I used her stitch count for all of this part of the hat. And for the spots and for the increase for the brim, I based it based on a video by Savannah Fletcher, which I will also include in the description box. My daughter wanted this one to have more of this, I don't know, fluffy stuff in the brim. She liked it looser like this, so I followed her method for the increases, but Savannah Fletcher's, her mushroom hat's super cute, but I think she used a DK weight yarn because she's using a 4mm hook, and I went up to a 5, so I used Viv Crochet's video for the stitch counts. And then, as I said, for the brim, I used Savannah Fletcher's increase method for the brim, and I also used her video for these little dots, and her video, I've forgotten what it was called, but again, I will link it in the description box below. So those are the 3 hats for my daughter. My favorite, nice hair. My favorite is the purple. I guess we're going to stick with the purple for the rest of today's video. Yeah. So I don't know if she's going to take all 3 with her. She's welcome to take all 3 with her, but if she wants to leave one at home, she's more than welcome to. It doesn't bother me either way. She does take a lot of stuff with her for the summer. She will be gone for 10 weeks. So she takes like a very large suitcase, as well as she takes like this thing, like one of those, you know, buy a cheap 3-drawer chest type thing. She brings that as well, and she fills that up with stuff to make it more convenient with her. And now I'm rambling. The rambling is supposed to be done after the crochet. Let's go back to crochet stuff. So next I needed some coasters. I needed a coaster for my desk to keep my coffee cup on, or my water cup on, or whatever like that. So I made a quick little coaster for my desk, and I wanted it to be an oval shape. The coaster that I had right now was not a crocheted one. It was like a cardboard rectangle, a little bit bigger than this. So that's the reason why I was getting oval in my head, was because mine is kind of rectangular shape and fairly big, that actually I can fit my water cup and my coffee cup on there at the same time. Sorry about that, my phone rang. So anyways, so I needed a new coaster for my desk because the cardboard one was getting a little gross. Surprise, surprise. So I made this almost oval coaster. It is fairly big. You can see it's a little bit bigger than my hand. So it fits a large coffee cup on it. And for this I used, again, Bernat Handicrafter cotton. And this is in the colorway Beach Ball Blue, which I really like this colorway. I also wanted a long skinny oval one, and this one is for my bathroom. I have a soap dispenser in there that likes to make a mess all over the counter, and I thought that I would make one for it. So this was the trial one to see if this comes out the right size, and it did. So I'm probably going to make like 3 or 4 of these, maybe in various colors, just so that I have coasters for my soap dispenser in the bathroom, and hopefully that will keep the mess from it at bay. Okay, let's continue on. My phone is, today's a ringing phone day apparently. So anyways, so that is my little coasters that I made. The other finished objects that I had is I've made 3 of these squares using the all-in-one granny square. I only have 2 of them with me because the other one is in my travel bag and I had left it in there. So I made 3 of these this week, and this is using the colorway Soft White Pink Punch, which, as I said, is the Red Heart all-in-one granny square yarn. I really like this colorway. I think these colors are really pretty. So I've been making some squares too. I have some ideas for what I like to use these for. I have a couple little different ideas, so we'll see what I end up doing with them. But I have a couple different ideas, as I said. The other thing I have continued working on is last week I showed you a top that I'm making, and I think in last week's video I said that it was too big and that I was going to measure it out and see, and then maybe make it smaller, which I did end up doing. And because it's dark colored, it's kind of hard to see what the pattern is. So I'm going to put a picture in here of what it looks like. This is a free pattern on I Need It Crochet, or you could buy it through her, I believe she has Ravelry and Etsy. I'm using the free pattern on her website. But here is my top so far. This is the front side. And this is the back. And I'm hoping with this like mesh part at the top, it's nice and cool to wear. And it is a no-sew pattern. Oh, the color on this thing today is so weird. Anyways, the readjusting on this, my new phone, it's crazy. Anyways, so the yarn I'm using this is this Bernat Softy Cotton. And I'm about to start my 3rd skein. As you can see, I haven't opened it yet, but I just finished the 2nd skein yesterday before I went to bed, that I stayed up an extra 10 minutes to finish that skein off. And I tried the top on to make sure it's fitting okay, and it's fitting okay so far. So I got a bunch more rows to do for the body, and then some sleeves, and then some finishing. But I'm having fun working on this top. It is a great TV watching project. So yeah, that is what I've been working on this week. Don't really have any future projects planned, which is kind of, I want to start something new other than continue working on this top and continue on those squares. I also haven't worked on any daisy squares yet this week, so I really need to work on some daisy squares. Yeah, I'm itching to start a new amigurumi, but I haven't decided what that's going to be yet. Yeah, that's what I've been up to. Let's have a quick chat about life stuff. So as I said, my daughter is leaving in a few days for camp for the summer. She is gone this weekend to work in assembly for them. Her job is to take photos, to do videos, stuff like that, and then she edits them, puts them all together. Some of them get put up on their social media sites. Some of them get put up for, like, the parents have an internal login to their to the camp where they can see pictures of kids and videos of the kids during the week while their kids are away. The camp is not in any way under camera surveillance except for whatever videos their video staff takes, which my daughter, she works with one other person to do the videos and the editing and everything. The other person is not necessarily full-time. My daughter will be there full-time for the full summer. The other person last year, he was there for about 5 weeks. The year before, I think he was there for 6 or 7. He only missed a week or 2. I'm not sure how long he's staying for this year. So sometimes when he's not there, somebody else grabs a camera and they take some videos too, and then they just send them to her and she does all the editing if there's nobody else there, because obviously it's easy for other people to take photos and videos, but they might not necessarily have the ability to do the editing. And so that's usually what she does, because they watermark all the pictures and all the videos so that their emblem shows down in the corners and everything. Plus she has to do regular editing as well for video, for photo quality and all that kind of stuff. So this weekend she is working a local, they call it an assembly. So I'm not really exactly sure what she does there. I know that she's going to be taking pictures and all that, and I don't know what they do with them afterwards. So, but I know last year she worked this, and the last night that she was there, she ended up staying up 3/4 of the night to edit the final video for the week, which camp tends to be the same way that camp posts a video usually on Saturday afternoons, and on Friday night she usually stays up 3/4 of the night to finish the final video so that she can hand it in to them on Saturday morning, and then they can upload it to their sites before, like, in the afternoon. So that's what her job entails. So she's gonna come back, I think, Saturday afternoon. She will have the day on Sunday to do her laundry, pack her bags, and then on Monday she will go to camp. She stays there for 10 weeks. She does get 1 day off a week, as well as she gets like a couple breaks a day. But she usually, last year she had Saturdays off. We'll see what days she gets off this year, because one year she had Wednesdays off, and I would go visit her about every 2 or 3 Wednesdays. Last year was the same thing. I went to visit her about every other Saturday or every 3rd Saturday, depending on what was going on here at home. As well as what she has going on there, because if she has Saturday off, the majority of the staff has Saturday off, because there's no kids there between noon on Saturday and noon on Sunday, except for the ones that stay for more than 1 week at a time, because there are some campers that stay for 2 or 3 weeks at a time. There's some that actually stay the whole summer. So they just have to have enough staff on to supervise those kids, which it's usually down to about 20 kids for that time. So anyways, that's a lot of rambling. So yeah, I try to go see her on Saturdays when she's not too busy. If she has other plans to go into town with the other staff members and they're going to do something for the day, then obviously I won't go visit her that day. But if she's not doing anything and she's just going to sit around camp all day, then I'll go visit her on the Saturday. But it's a lot of driving because it is 3 hours each way. So, but my parents do live nearby that I can actually go and stay at their house for a night if I want to. So that's the other option. So what else do I have going on? That's been about it. It's been, you know, work, normal home stuff, helping her get ready to go. Oh, and in my last video, I was talking about my mother-in-law. She was in the hospital. She actually went home a few days ago. So she was in the hospital for 12 days. She had a pretty severe respiratory illness. She went to the hospital by ambulance. Her oxygen levels were concerning low when she arrived. A neighbor called 911 because she was sitting out in her driveway and was unable to breathe. So she was in the ICU for, I think, 6 days. And then they moved her into a regular room after that. And on Tuesday, I went and got her and brought her home because they sent her home in the middle of the day, and I was the only one available to go get her. So went and got her, picked up all of her new prescriptions because she's chronic asthma. So she has some new inhalers. She has some new pills that she's taking that's supposed to help strengthen her lungs, as well as she had an infection. So she's got some antibiotics for that and stuff like that. So got all of her prescriptions, got her all lined up that I'm fairly sure she knows what to take when, but we've asked her doctor to change her to like a blister pack that's packaged, you know, with the meds that she takes morning, her midday meds, and her nighttime meds, and that way there's no confusion with her meds, because there is a possibility that she was confused and not knowing what she should be doing, which of course, is a major concern because we don't want her taking things that she shouldn't be taking. So that's my mother-in-law, but she is doing so much better. I went to see her, so I brought her home on Tuesday. On Wednesday, my son and I went over to put her air conditioner in because it was supposed to be really hot on Thursday, and I wanted to make sure her air conditioner was in and working because, to be honest, we haven't really had that much hot weather here that she needed to use her air conditioner, and she doesn't have central air in her house. She just has like a window one in her bedroom, and she has another window one on the main floor. But her house is really small, so that works out just fine for her to have those two. But her one in her bedroom, she had gotten new windows since last year, so we had to, my son had to fix the thing that fits in the window for it so that it would fit properly in there for her. So that has been my what I've been doing since the last time I recorded. Visiting my mother-in-law, crocheting, working, and then regular house chores, and helping my daughter get ready to go for the summer. So yeah. So what have you guys been working on? Do you have any summer projects that you're doing? I'd love to hear about it if you are. I love summer projects and working on summer things. Yeah, so if you have any ideas for me on projects, I'd love to hear about what you're doing and what's new that's interesting in your lives. And I guess we'll talk my next video. So thanks for hanging out with me today. Thanks for subscribing to my channel. Thanks for liking my videos, and I will see you next time on Lori Hooks. Bye everyone.